Hello, Joy family. Welcome to the Joyful House and welcome to the Joyful House Tea Party number 19. How is everyone doing? How is your week been so far? Tell me what is in your cup, what is on your hook, or what's on your craft table. So let's see who we have here with us tonight. And going to the top of the chat, and we have an eagle. So if you will, join me in welcoming our eagle, Miss Margie. Welcome into the Joyful House, Miss Margie. So good to have you here. And let's see who else is joining us. My chat jumped. And Miss Margie, by the way, said, "Nugs, everyone." And Jen is here with us. Hello, sweet Jen. She says, "Hi, Cynthia, my sweet friend." Hello, everyone. So glad you're here, Jen. And we have Laura here with us. So good to see you, Laura. Nugs, nugs. And she's giving out her own nugs. Love it. Thank you guys so much for coming in and greeting one another. I greatly, greatly appreciate that. It truly makes my heart smile. It warms me to see you guys come in and love on each other. And we have the wonderful Dawn P with us. Hello, Dawn. Nugs, 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 my friend. So good to see you. And we have another eagle in the house. So if you will, help me give a great big joyful eagle welcome to the lovely Candy. Welcome in, Candy. And as you can see there on the screen, she says, "Nuggies." And let's see. We also have here in the Joyful House with us the lovely Miss Kate. I saw her comment in my chat jump, so bear with me. There is Kate. She says, "Hi, everyone." Hello, Kate. Welcome in. So good to see you again. We just got through with a wonderful watch party. So thank you for coming back to the Joyful House, my sweet friend. And we got our alien friend Connie in the house. Howdy, howdy, nugs, nugs. She says, "Cynthia, how are you doing today?" She is working on her Christmas hat design. Love it. Can't wait to see it. Oh, thank you again, you guys, so much for welcome each other. And Connie says, "Howdy" to all of her beautiful, fabulous, and amazing yarny friends. And she wants to know how all of you are doing. And everyone is saying hello and answering Connie. I love it. I love it. Connie says she is enjoying the cooler weather. And Miss Candy is celebrating 32 months on the Joy team. So let's take a moment and let's celebrate this wonderful, beautiful milestone with her. And Candy, this is a great big thank you to you for your 32 months on the Joy team. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. And everyone is still greeting each other. And we have another eagle in the house, you guys. So if you will, help me give a great big joyful eagle welcome to the lovely Tiffany. Welcome in, Tiffany. So good to see you here in the Joyful House. Hope you are having a great Thursday. And hang on. I was going to pull up Tiffany's message. There it is. She says, "Hello, Miss Cynthia and everyone. Welcome in, Tiffany." And let's see. And I saw someone say hello to Samantha, but I didn't see her come in. There she is. Hello, Samantha. Nugs, nugs, nugs. How are you? So good to see you. Thank you, Jen, for welcoming her in, because I had missed it. Thank you so much, Connie, for welcoming her in. And Dawn says she has water in her cup and a veteran's filet blanket on her hook. Oh, wow, that sounds great. And everyone is saying hello to Samantha. Samantha says, can you please pray for my stuffy nose to go away and hopefully it's not a cold? Absolutely, my friend. It is the time of the year, isn't it? We have another eagle in the house. So if you will, help me give a great big joyful eagle welcome to the lovely Kim. Welcome in, Kim. So good to have you here in the joyful house. There we go. I was trying to remove her comment for the moment. And she said, oh, I love it. Hi, all you joyful peeps. Nugs. Love it, love it, love it. Or is it more like, no, it's more like, no, 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 nugs. No, no, like this. Nugs, 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 nugs. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hello, sweet Bridget. Welcome in, Nugs, Nugs. It was so good to see your beautiful face over at Miss Margie's house this afternoon. So glad you're here. Hope you continue to rest and feel better. Love you. And Tiffany says, I just finished my afternoon coffee and I'm now drinking water, and she is working on her cross stitch. Love it. And Connie is saying hello to Kim. She says, howdy, Southern. How are you? Everyone is still greeting each other. And let's do another celebration. Kim is celebrating 10 months on the Joy Team. So if you guys will, join me in celebrating her in that beautiful milestone. And so, Kim, thank you so much for the 10 months that you've given to the Joy Team. And this is for you. Awesome. 10 months. Where does time go? It flies by when you're having fun and you're working on mystery make-alongs. I love it. I love it. My goodness, poor Samantha, you are just having a rough time, aren't you, my friend? She says, can you please pray for my left arm to get better soon from yesterday? What happened yesterday? Speaking of yesterday, my youngest son was riding the electric bike to work and was so excited because this was his first full shift. He was going to work from 9 to 5. All his other shifts have been like 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, but nothing more than that. And then yesterday he had 9 to 5. He was so excited about it. And he was going about 21 miles an hour on the electric bike. And he got out of the way of traffic. And when he was trying to come back on the road, the tire didn't go, but he did. And so he is pretty much skinned up on his arms and legs. He hurt his wrist. His hand's pretty swollen. So he is kind of in a pickle. So Bridget says she's in pain, but she's doing well. And of course, of always, healing takes time. Yes, yes. All right. And looks like Samantha is having some weather over there in Fort Collins. Looks like it's partly cloudy with temperature of 59 degrees. I'll keep our little 67 degrees over here in South Carolina. Whoo, that's cold. That's 15 degrees Celsius for those of you that are on Celsius temperature. And the wind is blowing from the mid-northwest at 4 miles per hour. Any wind in cold temperatures is no. Oh, so sweet, Samantha. She asked Bridget how she could pray for her. Just pray for easy, quick healing. And Connie is having weather in Eunice, Louisiana. Conditions are clear with a temperature of 66. We're pretty much close right there, Connie. The wind is blowing from the east northeast at 3 miles per hour, and the current humidity is 60%. Hello, Suzanne. Welcome in, Nugs Nugs. Thank you for coming back over. Had great time over at the watch party. And Dawn is asking Bridget how she's doing today. And Laura is having temperature over there in Liverpool. Conditions, excuse me. Ooh, showers in the vicinity with the temperature. Ooh, 48 degrees Fahrenheit, 9 degrees Celsius. Ooh, that's cold. I'm actually sitting here with my blanket. I got my blankie tonight. The wind is blowing from the west at what? 20 miles per hour. You've got a storm coming, my friend. Buckle down and be safe, please. I got something for you, Laura. Stay safe. Stay safe, my friend. Stay safe. Buckle down and stay safe. All right. Everyone is still greeting each other. Thank you so much for that. We've got the beautiful Ivy in the house. Hello, my sweet friend. Nugs, nugs, nugs. She says, hello, Cynthia, and everyone will be lurking. I hugged the thumb when I came in. I love that. Thank you so much for that, Ivy. What a cute little saying. I hugged the thumb when I came in. I love it. I love it. And I was looking for it. I don't know what I've done with it, but I was going to pop my little joy thumb up there on the screen, but I can't find it. So I appreciate it. All right. Everyone is greeting Miss Ivy. I appreciate that. And I'm seeing someone, Miss Suzanne is saying hi to Miss Vickie. So I didn't see Miss Vickie come in. Nugs, nugs, Miss Vickie, welcome in. Our oodles and caboodles of crafts. Love it. And Angela is here. Nugs, nugs, Angela. She says, hi, Cynthia and everyone in the chat. How are y'all doing tonight? I'm doing fine, drinking water, and she is working on the Joy Team sweater. Love it, love it. Miss Diane is here. Hello, Miss Diane. Nugs, nugs. What a beautiful, joyful house we have tonight. I love it. Bridget says, I'm trying to get back into the grind today. Take it slow. But I understand. It gets boring after a while just trying to lay around and rest and heal, huh? But hopefully you'll take it slow, my friend. We will be here waiting. She says, I hate not being to move as I'm used to. I'll be back to 100% soon, I hope. You will, especially if you take your time healing. It's just so good to see you, Bridget. Everyone is still greeting each other. I love it. I love it. Miss Dawn is in the house. Hello, hello. Dawn, I enjoyed seeing the vintage finds that Jerry found today and that sewing machine. Oh my gosh, that is so gorgeous. So gorgeous. I didn't get to see the other one that you were talking about, but I saw that one and I love it. I love it. Tell me again, what did you say? Was it a 1906? Was that right? My brain, I can't remember, but it was very vintage. Oh my gosh, it was gorgeous. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, head over to Margie's house and check out her live from earlier this afternoon. And then while you're there, you'll get to see the sewing machine that Dawn shared and the cute, was it Italian lamps that Mr. Jerry found today. And Bridget says she'll be right back. She needs the king to help her shower. She'll be lurking until she gets out. Love to all. Be careful. Thank you. All right. And Kim is telling Connie, thank you for doing fair to Midland. Good night, Candy. Thank you so much for being here. She is so excited, by the way, you guys. They've hired someone. We're praying that they're going to be great and dependable and reliable and all of that, so that this will be her last split shift. So we're very, very excited, hopeful for that. We're going to be encouraged. Thank you guys for hugging her out and giving her good, sweet dream vibes. You guys, I can never grow tired of just looking through the chat and seeing how much you guys love on each other. Like, if that's all we did, then this live would be so worth it. If I brought you no content, but we just came in here to love on one another, it truly warms and makes my heart smile. And on a day where I'm honestly not feeling the greatest, oh my gosh, it is the best medicine. So thank you for seeing each other, hearing each other, recognizing each other, and loving on each other. It just makes the joyful house just so joyful. So thank you. We have another eagle. And once I announce this eagle, all the eagles will be present tonight. How exciting is that? You guys, if you will, help me welcome in our fifth eagle, Miss Wanda. Hello, Wanda. She shared with us at the watch party. She is on her way to Texas. So you guys keep her safe travels in your prayers as she heads over to Texas, where she'll be spending the weekend. She's got to take her reset there. She was telling us that over at the watch party. So she is Texas howdy bound. And I'm looking for her comment again so I can share what she said. There we go. She says, hello, everyone. Made it and stopped for the night. Love it, love it. Again, thank you guys so much for hugging Candy out. I appreciate that. And Samantha over in Fort Collins is having weather. Conditions are partly cloudy with a temperature of 59. Did I read that one earlier? I think I might have already read this one. And the wind is blowing northwest at 4 miles per hour. God, he says, I'm not the only one that calls a blanket a blankie. Yes, it is a blankie. It is a blankie. And let's see. Laura says, I go out tomorrow to my concert. Hopefully it won't be as bad. Let's hope not. Let's hope that weather will pass over today and it'll be clear skies for tomorrow, or at least decent enough for you to get out and go to the concert. Yes, yes. All right. Miss Diane over in Jamesburg has conditions that are cloudy with a temperature of 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Whew, still a little chilly. 10 degrees Celsius. The wind is blowing from the west-southwest at 4 miles per hour. And the current humidity is 6. And I started to say, if you'd like to shout your channel out, all you have to do is drop the word joy in the chat. If you'd like to shout out your weather where you are, put the word weather and your zip code. And if you'd like for Nightbot to share a little joke with you, then type the word giggle in the chat. All right. Everyone is saying hello to Miss Diane. And Miss Margie over there in El Centro is having conditions that are, look at her. That's it, Todd. No offense, Miss Margie, California is not my favorite state, but you got some warm weather going on, girlfriend. She says conditions are sunny with a temperature of 85 degrees Fahrenheit, 29 degrees Celsius. The wind is blowing from the northwest at 4 miles per hour. Beautiful weather. Beautiful. Laura says, I don't know why it said Liverpool when I'm in Oshawa. Absolutely, my friend. She says, thank you, Miss Laura does. All right. Hello, Jenny. Welcome in. So it is already Friday for our friend Jenny. She is from the land down under over there in Australia. How are you, my beautiful friend? What's going on in your craft room in your neck of the woods today? So it was the flu shot. I asked you earlier when you said your arm was hurting. But so she got the flu shot yesterday. Miss Jenny says hello to everyone in the chat. Thank you, everyone, for welcoming her in. Oh, Wanda says she is already in Texas. My bad for misunderstanding that. And Miss Dawn P. over there in Conway, South Carolina, has conditions that are clear with the temperature. Ooh, it's a lot colder for you on your side of the state. It's 52 degrees Fahrenheit for her, which is 11 degrees Celsius. And the wind is blowing from the northeast at 1 mile per hour. And the current humidity is 77%. And Samantha and Nightbot are sharing a giggle. I thought my wife was joking when she said she'd leave me if I didn't stop signing. I'm a believer. Then I saw her face. Stop signing. Oh, signing. I'm a believer. I would have thought it would have said singing. I'm a believer. All right. Don't buy flowers at a monastery because only you can prevent florist fires. That's cute. That's cute. And Miss Diane is saying hello to everyone. All right. And let's see, Jenny, did it bring it up? It did. So in Sydney, conditions are sunny. Ooh, she's also having beautiful weather. Temperature of 76 degrees Fahrenheit, 24 degrees Celsius. The wind is blowing from the south at 13 miles an hour, and they have a current humidity of 33%. Beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous weather. Hello, sweet Sanjo. Welcome in. Nugs, nugs. So good to see you. And Diane says she is drinking water and working on her Kroller stitch blanket. I have never heard of that stitch, Miss Diane. I'm going to write that down and look that up. Kroller stitch. I have to check that out. Okay. So it's a tea party. So normally I do drink tea. Miss Samantha's asking what I'm drinking tonight. But because my stomach is a little on the upset side and I've not been able to keep food down today, I am just going to keep drinking water. So our tea party is going to be a water party tonight. So forgive me for that. We'll bring our yummy teas back in next tea party. And in fact, at that tea party, we will be giving away some tea. So can't wait for that one. And we'll talk more about that tea party in a few minutes. All right. And Samantha is asking Jenny, because she's over the pond in Australia, if this is their summer. Jenny says she has been busy doing repairs around the house. A daunting thing to do, Jenny, but something that always needs to be done, right? All right. Miss Dawn says she'll be right back. She's going to leave us playing while she goes to eat. Yes, get some nourishment, my friend. Sandra gives a great big blanket nugs to all, says, I'm struggling with my chronic pain today, but still blessed. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So glad you're here, Sandra. Oh, thank you so much, Dawn, for loving on our Sandra, telling her to feel better. Thank you, Kate, for your prayers for her. And Miss Margie says she is working on her Jen Ivy Wild and Free top. One more round and she'll be able to create the armholes. How exciting. Jenny says this is their spring. That's what I thought. I thought you were like literally the opposite of us. So it's your spring and our fall. And then, of course, when it's our winter, it's your summer. All right. Dawn says the cruller stitch is my favorite stitch for washcloths. Well, Dawn and Diane, I am definitely going to check that out. So it's been a little bit all over the place today, Samantha. It hasn't been as good as it has been. It's been in the 100s or lower for the better part of the week. But today, with me not feeling well and not keeping food down, well, it actually just dipped back into the 100s. It had been at 262 most of the day, but it is now currently at 199. All right. Diane says it's the crowel stitch, the crowel. So let me. Okay. Thank you for that. Oh, she says the cruller stitch is a creative grandma pattern. Well, let me write that down. I love her. I love her so much. Glenda is just, I just love her channel. All right. And with that, we are at the bottom of the chat. And normally this would be where I'd bring in the tea. But again, like I said, tonight we're just doing water tonight. To be honest, I came very close to canceling tonight, but I didn't because there will be no tea party next Thursday. Normally we would have one next Thursday. But you guys, I am going to try to take a little bit of a week off of the channel. We'll still have like birthday celebrations and I'll still do the playground video at the end of the month. The beginning of the week. We will still have Crochet Heart at the end of the week. But during the week part, I'm going to try to take most of that time off and try to finish Stranger Things. So I'm hoping that if I put all of my focus on that you guys will take that time to hold me accountable to honoring that time and spending it to get that blanket done and out the way. It has been a fun process, but I am so beyond ready. Like our tea party, it has only seen the Stranger Things blanket on the wheel. We've not had the wheel, and this is our 19th tea party. So my goal is when we come back for our 20th tea party, which will be in 3 weeks from tonight, that on that night, I will be able to reveal a completed Stranger Things blanket. So that is the goal. So again, no tea party next Thursday because I'm going to take it off to work on Stranger Things. And then the next Thursday is the first Thursday of the month, and we don't have a tea party on that night either, simply because that's the night that I set aside for a play date with myself. And if I haven't finished the Stranger Things blanket, that is what I'll be working on. So we will be back on Thursday, November the 13th for our tea party. So if you want to write that down, Thursday, November the 13th will be the next tea party. That is also where we will also do our giveaways. We'll give away the tea, and seems like there was something else. Oh, we'll gift memberships. So November the 13th, write that down. I have not set a goal for tonight, just simply because I don't plan on being on here too much longer tonight. So if you were planning on helping out with that, then you can either bring it on November 13th, or you can share it tomorrow night at the movie night. All right, let's see. Samantha says, will there be movie night next Friday? There will not be. There's no watch party. And as I said last Friday night, there won't be one because Todd's mom is coming home next Friday, which is Halloween. And we just kind of feel like that when she comes home that night, it'll probably be sometime between lunch and supper when she comes home. And we just kind of felt like that we needed to be able to give her 100% attention for her first night home, and not get her home and say, unpack, well, we go play with our friends. So we just kind of feel like we just need to give her that undivided attention. So, and then of course the next Friday, which is the first Friday of the month, we have Real Delight on Friday night. And from 7 to 8, we'll be showing the 2 Charlie Brown Thanksgiving specials. So one will be at 7, the other one at 7:30. And then at 8 o'clock, we will begin the movie feature, which is Stepmom with Julia Roberts and Susan Sarandon. So if you are interested in coming to see any of that, all you have to do is email me. Of course, my email is in the description box below, but I can also put it up on the screen here for you. If you only want to come to the Charlie Brown, then when you email me, just say, I need the Charlie Brown link. If you want to come to the main feature, say, I need the Stepmom link. If you want to come to both, just say, I need the movie links, and you will get both. Well, it'll be 3. No, yeah, 3. 1 for the Charlie Browns, and you get 2 for Stepmom. All right. So let me go back to the comments. Also, want to just remind everyone that we are also doing a Reel It In Sunday. It started 2 weeks ago. This Sunday will be the 3rd time we've met. We are showing the mini series The Chosen. If you want to see that, it's at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Most of the episodes don't last more than 45 minutes. The one this Sunday only lasts 29 minutes. So we'll probably have about a 10-15 minute discussion afterwards, or just chit chat about whatever we're working on, whatever's in our cups. If you want to come and be a part of that, all you have to do is email me one time. And once you email me that you want to see that, then you'll automatically get those email links every week. So, all right. Let's see. Next Thursday is my birthday and podiversary celebration. Yes, it is. And that's also another good reason for us not to have anything over here at the Joyful House, because I would love for everyone to be there. Miss Margie, I do need you to get in touch with me so that I can donate something for that. We have a play date that Thursday. And yes, it is her birthday. So all birthdays that are next week, they will still be announced on the community post. And even though we won't be here Thursday and Friday to announce and celebrate those, I will celebrate any birthdays that we miss in Celebrating in Lives when we come back. The week that we come back, we will catch them all, because I want to make sure that everybody just has a great birthday. Yes, November 13th is the next watch party and the next tea party. And I appreciate the grace that y'all are giving me to take next week off. And of course, I always take the first Thursday off. And Miss Margie, you are so many family members away, because I don't know if that changed, because I had to leave your house early to go do the watch party. So remind everyone you're very close to your next milestone, how many away you are. And if you will, drop joy and shout your link out. So one, if they're not a part of your family, they can come be a part of your family and share some joy and love. And number two, so they know where to find you for next Thursday for your birthday and podiversary celebration. Welcome back, lovely Bridget. So glad you are back. All right. If you will, speaking of birthdays, let's celebrate the birthdays that we have this week. And the ones that I know about are Kevia Brown and Miss Diane from Great Lake Gals. Again, if you have a birthday and you do celebrate and recognize your birthday and you don't think I have it, all you have to do is email me, put it here in the comments, or leave it in a comment after the live. And I will make sure I get it written down so that we can definitely celebrate your special day, your special week with you. All right. So you guys, if you will, help me join in singing happy birthday to Kevia and Diane. All right. Happy birthday. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Here we go. Birthday hugs. Happy birthday. Oh, all right. Speaking of anniversaries, we do have two anniversaries that I'd like to recognize. And that is first off, on the Joy team, our lovely Michelle is celebrating her 2-year anniversary on the Joy team this month. And so happy anniversary to Michelle. And then also celebrating their 2-year anniversary on the Joy team this month is Miss Paula. So congratulations to Miss Paula for her 2 years on the Joy team. And I just want to say thank you to both of these ladies for the love and the support that they have given over here to the Joyful House and to the channel and to myself over the last 2 years. So happy anniversary. Thank you so much for all that you have done and given to bring joy here into the Joyful House. And since we won't be together next Thursday and Friday, I just want to say happy Halloween to everyone. Hope you have a great time. If you are taking any kiddos or grandkids out for that, I just, wish you guys all a fun time. And if you're doing your own adult thing, Halloween, haunted houses, hay rides, whatever, handing out candy to the trick-or-treaters, just have a fun and safe night. All right. Let's express our joy. Let's take a moment to just celebrate joy, no matter what we're going through, no matter what burden we're carrying, because we all carry something. We always need to find joy and let our joy tanks overflow. So if you will, let's do the joy dance and be joyful and be the joy in everything that we do. All right. Want to shout out our new Joy family. Always like recognizing them. And if you haven't already gone over to the community page and welcome them into our wonderful, joyful family, I hope that you will. But want to continue to welcome Miss Joy from Find Your Joy And Wendy, and I'm always fearful that I'll mispronounce someone's name, but it's Wendy, and I think it's Shawantis. I'm just guessing on that. If I am wrong, Wendy, forgive me. As my great friend Melissa always said, charge it to my head and not my heart. But anyway, if you guys will help me welcome in Joy and Wendy to our joyful family. All right. And we have a lot of new Joy Team members right now. And I am trying to get over to that page. And my little magnet fell off. There we go. All right. So if you will, help me welcome in all of our new Joy Team members. If you're new here for the first time, let me just share a couple things. Don't let nugs scare you. That is just simply a great big hug around the neck. And that's just how we like to roll here with Nugs and Joy. And if you are also new here, I do not like the word members and I do not like the word subscribers. So for paid members, we call them Joy Team members. And anyone that is a part of the family here at the Joyful House, we call them Joy Family. Sometimes I slip up and say, hey, Joy friends, but at the end of the day, you all are Joy Family. So our new Joy Team members, since we've recognized our new Joy family, are Sally Stevens, Mimi Loves Crochet, Jennifer Ruckle, Bonnie's Corner, Sherry R., and all of those were gifted memberships from our lovely Kim from Southern Winter. Thank you, Kim, for that. And then Miss Wanda gifted memberships to Diane Major, Liz with Life Talk with Liz, Lydia with Yarn Works by Lydia, Sue, Mama Susu, Vima from Vima's Crochet, and the channel gifted memberships to Janet R., Amber with Crochet, Coffee, and Cats with Amber, Angela Wright, Miss Ashley from M to the O to the B to the S, Place and More, China the Crochet Queen, Chris from Carissa's Kaleidoscope, Christy from Yarn Bar, Ellie from Ellie's Yarny Crafts and More, Jeannie from Butterfly Dreams Crochet and More, Julie G Crochet and Crafts, and Miss Starla, the crafty chef Starla. So if you will, help me welcome in our new Joy Team members. All right. Just a couple quick reminders that to get entries onto the giveaway wheel that we always spin and roll on the first tea party of the month at the beginning of the month. To get on there, you can earn entries by leaving comments in on videos, the community post. And if you are responding to the Joy Word Shorts, if you leave a comment, you get an entry. If you use the Joy Word in a comment or sentence, you get a second entry. If any time, whether it's a short or a poll, tea party poll, I ask you to let me know what your answer would be. Not only do you get an entry if you leave a comment, but if you actually answer that poll or that question, you also get another entry. If you send in pictures for our tea party, you get 2 entries per project. So if you send in 3 pictures of the same project, you only get 2 entries. But if you send in 1 picture of 3 projects, then you get 6 entries. Hopefully that made sense. Every day, there's almost something going out on my community post. I know some folks say the community posts aren't for them, but if you ever want to know what's going on in the Joyful House, always check out my community post. 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is when I do any kind of channel recognition, whether it's Joy Team members, Joy family, birthdays. 9:30 is when I post what is going on in the Joyful House. The only time something may not appear at 9:30 is if it's an uploaded video, then the post goes out with the link for that video at the time the video goes out. All right. Anything else? Oh, when you chat in a live chat, when you chat in a live, Nightbot keeps up with how many times you chat. And at the end of the week, Nightbot and I have a date, usually on Friday nights after movie night. And he lets me know how many times you've chatted. And for every 25 chats that you have had, you get an entry. If you are anywhere from 1 to 10 chats away from the next 25, then you automatically get it. So for example, if you had, let's say, 67 chats, then you would still get 3 entries. So, because of course 75 would be the third entry. But if you're within that 10 chat mark, then I usually round it up and give you the extra chat, the extra entry. So anyway, all right, I'm going to roll back over to the chat and see what's going on there. Again, I thank you guys for the grace. I'm surprised I'm keeping all this together tonight, not feeling well. And Samantha, thank you so much for those emojis, because I found my way right back into the chat and I see where Miss Margie answered my question. And yes, Miss Margie, we can discuss it Tuesday. And then she said she is 19 members away from 1,400. That is awesome. So again, if you are not part of her beautiful family, please go check her out. Miss Jen says she'll be right back. Thank you guys so much for wishing all of our friends happy birthday and happy anniversary. Hello, Miss Doris is here. Welcome in, Miss Doris. And you guys did a phenomenal job of hugging her in until I was able to do so. So thank you guys so much for that. I'm not tired, Samantha. I'm just not feeling well, and I've not been able to keep anything I've eaten down. So I don't think I have a bug, but I did start a new shot, and I'm wondering if that might have something to do with it, that it's taken a few days to get into my system. So I hope not, because I have to take it again tomorrow, but we'll see. Thank you guys for welcoming in all of our new family members, our new Joy Team members. I love it. I love it. You guys are the best. You are the best when it comes to giving out hugs and love. Miss Suzanne says she is grabbing food, so she's in and out. Miss Jenny says she'll be listening while she is working around the house. Just so grateful to have you guys here. All right. Miss Suzanne says, not as chatty tonight. Sorry, Nightbot. That is okay. That is okay. All right. Hello, my beautiful friends. So good to see you. And everyone is loving on her and Miss Doris as they've come in. I appreciate that. All right, I am at the bottom of the chat again. So if you guys will drop me some emojis, let me just check my notes. Make sure that I've done everything. And if so, we're going to go over to the Tea Party poll, which I kind of accidentally appled my way through last week, but that's okay. We're still going to bring it up and address it. Let's see. Nope, I think we're good. We are good. All right, so let me share screen here. So if you are not aware, there is, anytime that we are going to have a tea party, there is a tea party poll. Oh, let me get our birthday friends off the screen here. And so this is the one that was for tonight, and I accidentally addressed it last week, but that's okay. And it is, which season of the year is my Cynthia's favorite? Let me know your favorite season in a comment below. Extra entry on the wheel. All right. And let's see, did anyone share? Miss Tiffany says, hello, Miss Cynthia. I enjoy anywhere between mid-fall to mid-spring. Even though it does get pretty chilly in the winter, I'd much rather be cold than hot. You can add layers to get warm, very true, but it would be a bit awkward to remove too many layers in the summer. LOL. I hope you have a great weekend, Nugs. Awesome. Miss Kim says fall for her, October to be specific. I guess, well, I'm not going to answer that. Even though I addressed it and answered it last week, we'll hold that thought for a moment. All right. Miss Dora says she creatively guessed spring, but hers is fall. And Miss Oodle says, I say fall for you, but my favorite season is winter. Miss Margie says hers is fall. Miss Suzanne says, I said fall for you and me both. Our leaves are being a bit weird. Some trees have already dropped all leaves due to drought stress. Oh, wow. Yes. Some are mostly green and others are brightly colored and all stages in between. How interesting. And then Miss Diane Major said, she said fall. She says, thank you, Miss Cynthia, for the membership. Oh, you are so welcome. Actually, I flipped over from that already, but I think I responded to you. It was actually Miss Wanda, I think. Oh, well, maybe it wasn't on that one. Let me look you up real quick, Miss Diane. Let's see. Yes, it was actually Miss Wanda that gave you that membership. All right, y'all know I believe in giving credit where credit is due. 21% of you said that spring is my favorite. 7% said summer. 71% said fall. And I'm going to remove this for a moment. And I'm going to scroll. Bear with me. The answer will actually be revealed on the channel at 10 o'clock in about 30 minutes. But for now, let me pop this up here. And if you said fall, that is the correct answer. Miss Kim said that of the fall months, October is her favorite. And honestly, I have to kind of say, I think mine is too, because you get to see more of the leaves actually cascading down out of the trees, and you get to see more of the color changes by October. It kind of starts a little bit in September, but you definitely see more of it in those October months. And then by November, it's just getting way too cold for me. I try not to even go outside. But if you said fall, you were correct. And the only reason I didn't put the poll in the chat tonight was because I did kind of reveal this last week, but also I'm kind of zipping us a little bit along tonight. Forgive me for that. But I just really am not feeling the greatest. All right. Because I thought we were going to meet next week, I did go ahead and put a poll out, but it will just be out there waiting for us when we come back on November 13th. So it is already gone on to the channel. So it's on the community post. You can go ahead and start answering it. But another reason that I went ahead and left it going out tonight is because it has to do with Halloween. And since Halloween is next week, want to make sure that you guys get a chance for this. And so this is the poll. And I do need to go make that correction that we will go over it and the answer will be revealed on Thursday, November the 13th. But Our tea party poll is, what do you think is the craziest costume that I, Cynthia, dressed up as when I was younger? Then share in a comment below for an extra entry on the wheel what your craziest or favorite costume as a child was. Now, just to let you know, if you just tell me your costume, then that only gets one entry. But if you leave a comment, say hello and your answer, then you get two. So here are your choices you get to choose between. It is a hot dog. Did I dress up as a hot dog? Did I dress up as a trash bag? Did I dress up as a shoe? Or did I dress up as a pretzel? So I dressed up as one of those when I was in the 7th grade. My mother was still picking out my costumes. And at first, I will tell you that the costume that she chose, I hated it. I was embarrassed, but I got to the party that I was going to, and I was the highlight of the party. And believe it or not, I won an award that night for the most creative costume. So you'll have to determine whether you thought it was a hot dog, a trash bag, a shoe, or a pretzel. And needless to say, I went home that night and I thanked my mom for her costume idea because, well, it made out for a great night. But I sure did go in there hanging my head low, kind of embarrassed, and I walked out just full of joy. So anyway, all right, and we'll discuss that answer on November 13th when we come back. All right, let me head over to the chat real quick, and then we're going to go watch our video make and bloopers video. And then we're probably going to head out for the night. Miss Wanda says she is listening while eating. Dawn says not chatty tonight either, trying to count through this filet blanket. Understandable, understandable. Thank you guys for those emojis. It helped me find my way back. Miss Suzanne says Manjaro could have digestive side effects, I'm told. If you don't feel better tomorrow, Cynthia, call your doctor. Thank you. I probably will do that, Miss Suzanne. In fact, I will, because this started actually last night. So I've kind of been, and I had kind of a rough night. So when my kiddo called me at 1:30 in the morning and says, you keep text messaging me to call. Well, he had a job thing yesterday and I wanted to see how it went. Wanted to see how my youngest was from his bike accident, and neither one of them were answering. And I said, could someone please call home? Mother is worried. Well, actually, I put mommy. They call me mommy still. I treasure that. Mommy is worried. So he called at 1:30. I'm sorry to wake you, but sadly, I was already awake. Hey, anyway, all right. Doris says, I answered before I saw the tea party. Love it, love it, love it. All right. So how many got it right? How many said fall? That would be cool to know. All right. So sorry, Miss Diane. She says, I was in the ads. Thank you, Miss Wanda. I appreciate it very much. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Wanda. And Kim for those gifted memberships. Greatly appreciate it. Bridget says, sending love and light for my beautiful friend. I hope you feel better soon. Nugs, thank you, but not going through anything near as what you are, my friend. So nugs, nugs. I know in our own little universes, it's a lot, but definitely praying for you too, my friend. Thank you so much. And Miss Anita, hello, Sanita, welcome in. She's saying trash bag. I cannot answer, but y'all are welcome to vote on that on the community page. Make sure you guys give me your answers. I'd love to know what was either your craziest or your favorite, just so I can get to know you better as well. And we'll definitely be talking about those over on November 13th when we come back. Samantha says, when will all that be on the post? So the poll about the Halloween costumes is on there now. And then at 10 o'clock tonight, the answer to tonight's poll, with fall being my favorite season, will come out in about 20 minutes. So, and then the answer to this poll will come out on November 13th when we're back together. Again, remember, no tea party next Thursday so that I can work on Stranger Things. And then no tea party the next Thursday because that's the first Thursday of the month. And that is always the night that I take off and have a play date with myself. All right. Which probably will be finishing up Stranger Things if I haven't already. Thank you guys so much for welcoming Sunita in. And that's right, Jen. That's right. She's at the October festival thing. Oh my gosh, Sunita. What are you doing here, my friend? Are you having a great time? Oh, I bet you are having a blast. Bridget says, all the shots are so dangerous. Please be careful and keep in communication with your doctor about what you're experiencing. I am. And I was very concerned about starting that, especially with the fact that I take insulin 4 times a day. I was really scared about mixing them all. But like I said, I've done no insulin today because it's just one less thing to put on my tummy. All right. Love it. Margie said she got it right. Suzanne said she got it right. Jen got it right. Diane says, Cynthia, being very sick to your stomach with Mounjaro is the beginning is very normal. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. That is good to know. Yes, yes. Margie's mom had surgery Tuesday. She is home, but continued prayers for her recovery as well. Her name is Miss Judy for our prayer warriors. So thank you for your prayer, your continued prayers for Bridget and Miss Judy. Greatly appreciate that. And Miss Samantha gave some prayer requests in the chat earlier tonight. So guys, if you'll continue to pray for her. Miss Diane said she said fall. Samantha says she cannot find the post. It is the very first post. When you go over to my post, it's the very first one. It's at the top right now. All right. Thank you so much, Miss Diane. I appreciate that. Yes, Miss Doris, prayers for all those that need them. Again, thank you guys for loving on Sunita when she came in. And Sunita says, the Yarny Social Mara is here too. And she says, hi. Well, hello, sweet Mara. Nugs to both you and Sunita. She says, we are crocheting. I love it. Mara, I watched one of your shorts this morning and it cracked me up. I loved it. It was like the kitty cat one. It was so cute. I think it had about procrastination and all of that in it. It was really cute. Thank you guys for loving on Sunita and Mara. Wanda said she said fall as well. Love that. You guys you know me pretty good when it comes to my seasons. Yes, Miss Kate. Thank you so much for prayers for Bridget, Samantha, and Judy. Appreciate that, Kate. Everyone's nugging on Mara. Samantha says she doesn't see it. Can someone else go over? I mean, it's showing on my screen as posted. It posted 47 minutes ago. If someone could check on that for me too, I'd appreciate it. All right. Diane says, I'm now at the highest dose of Mounjaro, and even now, over a year taking it, I still get nauseated. Joy. Lots to look forward to. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate you being honest and vulnerable. Oh, good idea, Jen. Samantha, you might need to refresh your page because I'm showing it posted 47 minutes ago. All right, you guys, it is time for our video makes. So let me pull that back up here. And I do still need to add in the description box all of those that are on this video right now that contributed for tonight. You have already gotten your entries on the wheel for those pictures, but I do need to still go put you in the description box. And I will do that as soon as we get off of here. And I head over to Miss Pam's house because I'm gonna go watch her while I go lay down. All right. Margie says she's not seeing it yet either. How weird. I just closed that. Huh. How weird is that? Well, give me just a second to pull it back up. Post. Let me pull this page over so I can share it. So let me pull it up. So here's my channel. Here's my post. And my published ones, it said it went out 57 minutes ago. It's number 12 Tea Party poll for Thursday, October 30th. And while I'm right here, I might as well. I won't be able to change that for November 13th, you guys, without taking the whole thing down. That's the bad thing about the polls. You can't edit on them. But yeah, it says it went out 57 minutes ago. Huh. How weird is that? Because see, there's the one for tonight, and it went out 12 hours ago. Really weird. Because it's under published. See, there's published. Here's where my scheduled are. And it said 57 minutes ago. Well, hopefully it'll come out very soon. You might just have to refresh your pages. Yeah, because now it says 59 minutes ago. Almost an hour ago it came out. Oh, I would have loved to see them, Diane. Well, please still send them, and they can go out on the video on the 13th. Oh, very, very true, Doris. Maybe different servers are just being delayed, possibly. Or if you're in a different time zone, maybe that has something to do with it. I never thought about that. So maybe in just a few minutes, we'll check it because it's almost at the 1 hour mark. And so some of you that are Central Time, maybe you guys will be able to see it in a minute. So then those of you that are Mountain, it'll be in an hour. And then those of you that are on the West Coast will see it in 2 hours. I never thought about that when I put something out, that it varies from the different time zones. Wanda says she went out. And so you're on the West Coast, Wanda, so it's very possible right now you may not see it for another 2 hours. Well, and Jen, did Jen say if she saw it? She's on the same time zone as me. Did you see it, Jen? This would be an interesting thing to know. Oh, Wanda says her phone stays on Eastern Standard Time. She says nope. How interesting. That is really interesting. Because right now it's showing it went out exactly 1 hour ago. Can y'all see that right up there where it says 1 hour ago? That is really interesting. All right. Well, the only thing I can tell y'all is just to keep checking it, and hopefully it will be out soon. So on mine, it's showing it went out an hour ago, which is what I scheduled it for. I scheduled it to go out at 8:45, like 15 minutes after we started. So hang in there. It's coming. So vote and leave me an answer. All right. Here we go. Here is our arts and crafts video tonight and our bloopers. Seems like there was something else I was going to say. Nothing. I got nothing. I got brain fog. Complete brain fog. Not frog, fog. Woof. Bad enough I'm getting started on this a little bit later on this Sunday. It sounds like I need a nap to clear the frogs and the fog out. All right. This is definitely a blooper. Never a dull moment. Never a dull moment. Hello, Joy family. Welcome to the Joyful House. Welcome to the Joyful House. Oh, it sounds like I've got some fog still in there. Hello, Joy family. Welcome to the Joyful House and welcome to this crochet heart segment. And I, as always forget to look to see which one it is before I start. I can guarantee y'all, like almost every video I do, I always have to have at least a take two because, like I said, it never fails. Every time I got to remember the number, what tea party it is, what crochet heart, whatever, Once Upon a Storybook, the chapters, I always have to go back and look because I forget before I start. And you would think now, 5.5 years in, I would remember these things, but nah, that's okay. I can keep y'all entertained with bloopers. But anyway, or frogs or whatever. Oh my gosh, you guys, what about those makes? So first off, let's talk about Connie's shawls. Oh my gosh, the detail in those shawls were just gorgeous. And then there was one of them, I went back to her and I said, please tell me where you got that pattern. I don't care if it's a paid pattern. I want to make that shawl. It is definitely going to be one of the first projects that is put on our tea party wheel when I get the whips done, because I want to make that shawl. And she says it's one of Crystal Bagaday's shawls. So your girlfriend is putting it on the wheel. So we're going to whip these whips up so that we can get that shawl on there and I can get that done. Miss Vickie Oodles, isn't that cool? Her and her daughter make those patches. And I thought, oh my gosh, how cool. So I have asked her to talk to her daughter and see what it would, cost, what kind of investment that I could maybe do and put something of one of my logos on there, like, be joyful or chase the fun or something like that with butterflies. so that I can give them away here on the channel. So how cool would that be? And then Wanda, I am so proud of you, girlfriend. She took a whip and she whipped it up and got it done and made it a finished object to be here tonight on this video for you guys to see. So wonderful, wonderful job. All of you are so talented. And I just thank you so much for taking the extra time to send those in to me so that we can have something to look at here at the tea parties and share and be inspired. So, all right, let me head back over to the chat and we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. And we had a full length tea party tonight, but I thank you for being here. They did, you guys. Everyone is saying thank you. Did a great job. I'm scrolling back up to get to those comments because I definitely want to shout those out because Connie and Vickie and Wanda were very deserving of all of your praise. And I'm going back. You guys, thank you so much. Look at all the love you guys are giving them. All right, Jen says, I love the edging, Connie. Connie had a lot of pretty ones in there, for sure. Suzanne says pretty. And Sanja says, loving Connie's shawls, right? Right. Suzanne says, wow, that gray one, by the way. Let me see if I can, well, I'll tell you what, I'll do better. I can pull the picture up. So let me get this pulling up and I'm going to try to read the chat at the same time. All right. Kate says, those are so cool, Connie. Yes, they are. All right. And Suzanne says, beautiful makes as always. Yes, yes. Dora says, I've been looking for a circular shawl. Well, check Connie out, and I'm sure she can tell you where each of those shawls came from. And this one is really more of a wrap. And of course, my picture is enlarged. But this is the one I just fell in love with. Y'all are going to get to see how I work things from behind the scenes. Our beautiful Connie. But look at that. I love that work. That is just gorgeous. I definitely want to make that one. Look at this. I love it. I love them all, but that one, that's a definite. I definitely want to. And then Tiffany was saying, ooh, that green and purple one looks like a shawl from Ursula. I've made it before. It's a fun make. So let's go look at that one. And this was it right here. That is really pretty. Gorgeous, gorgeous. All right. Let's see. And Sanja was saying cool to Vickie on that patch, right? So was Kate. Sanja says, Wanda, gorgeous work. Yes, yes. And Diane says, Connie, all your shawls are just lovely and you look beautiful. I agree. Yes, Jen, everyone did a great job. Tiffany's laughing at my fog frog blooper. That was funny. So, and Miss Doris is agreeing with Miss Diane on Connie's lovely and beautiful shawls. And Margie says, great job, everyone. And Sanja says, I actually made lanyards for all my coworkers, but I failed to take photos. No. Oh, but you know what? I know they enjoyed that, Sanja. And you had told me that you were going to do that. But I know that they were very, very appreciative. Yes, Diane, Miss Wanda did a great job. All right. Jen says, my eyes are hurting, so I'm going to close them and just listen. Absolutely, my friend. Hope you get to feeling better. Kate says, pretty Wanda. And Wanda says, love your shawls, Connie. Yes, yes. All right. Nightbot's sharing some love. Wanda saying thank you to everyone. They did, Samantha. They did a wonderful job. They did, Angela. She says everyone's makes are very beautiful colors and they're very beautiful work. Yes, they are. Doris says it's the record button amnesia, right? Right. Those of you that make videos, you know what I'm talking about. Diane says LOL. Samantha says laugh out loud. And Jen says, was it the red one? Oh, of the shawls. And so, of course, I've shown that it was the gray one. But that red one is pretty. Let me put that back up here real quick for y'all. That is really pretty. Look at the texture in that. Ah, gorgeous, gorgeous job, Connie. And this was the other one in that. Love the color of yarn that she used too for that one. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Thank you, Kate. She says, feel better, Jen. Sanja says, good night, sweet friends. I've been quiet, but I have enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here. We are actually getting ready to head out ourselves. She says, work in the morning. Have a blessed one. Have a blessed Friday, Sanja, and hope you have a great day at work. And Tiffany says, if you haven't seen it, Connie just put a shawl video out a day or two ago. Yes, she actually text messaged me about that. I have not gone and seen it yet. So thank you for sharing that, Tiffany. Good night, Samantha. She is headed out as well. And Miss Angela, good night to you. She had fun, she said. Miss Doris says, Cynthia, what restaurants or stores do you enjoy going to or shopping at? Restaurants or stores? Well, my favorite store is Hobby Lobby, Michael's. But some of my other favorite stores have closed, though. I used to love going to Tuesday mornings. I do also like going to Ollie's, and I do enjoy going to, well, I love going to Goodwill's. I love those stores a lot. In fact, Mr. Joyful and I always look for Goodwill's whenever we're on vacation. Restaurants, I love Mexican food. I love seafood. I also love a really good salad bar. So we have several different Mexican restaurants that we go to, El Poblano or San Jose's. When it comes to seafood, we've been going to Magnolia Buffet, and they have everything. They have Chinese food, seafood, steak. For kiddos, they have pizza and hamburgers. They have a great salad bar, have an amazing fruit bar. They have a sushi bar. They have, what do you call that when you grill? I can't think of what it's called. But that's our new, huh? Hibachi. Yes, hibachi. Thank you. Thank you, Todd. But that's the newest restaurant that we've recently discovered. We have a restaurant here in Newberry that we really like. It used to be called Ronnie's, but Mr. Ronnie, after all these years that we've been here, has retired, and now it's called Mimi's, but they cook soul food. So we like going there for breakfast. Any breakfast item you can imagine, they serve, especially when it comes to like grits and eggs and bacon and sausage and potatoes and biscuits, that kind of thing, toast. Then they serve anything and everything for lunch and dinner, from lima beans and black-eyed peas to rice to meatloaf to pork chops to steak to cube steak to you name it. But then you can always get salad. You can always get cheeseburger, hamburgers, BLT sandwiches. The other day, Todd and I went by there and we got, I forget what it's called now, but it was basically biscuits and gravy. So we really enjoy that. We love going to Outback or Longhorn Steakhouse for a good steak when we're in the mood for steak. There's a Japanese restaurant here called Fusions. We like going there for their fried rice and pineapple. Then they also have this thing called peanut butter chicken, and that's really good. We've got my parents hooked on Wings and U.S. Wings and Deli because they serve really good cheeseburgers and seasoned fries. Oh, speaking of that, so probably our favorite fast food restaurant is oh, what was it, Todd? You said wish it would come to Newberry. Sorry, my brain's not working. Five Guys. That's our favorite fast food restaurant. Is Five Guys. They have the best. I'm not a overly big hot dog eater, but they have amazing hot dogs. We love their hot dogs and their Cajun fries. And of course, I love eating the peanuts there. So, yeah. So, what are yours? What is yours, real quick, before we head out? Diane says, oh, Five Guys is good. And Dawn says, Fusions is a good place to eat. And I actually got to have a meetup with Dawn. That was our 4th meetup. We got to eat at Fusions in Newberry. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think our 4th meetup, Dawn. Oh, yes. Yes. We could just make a meal out of the fries, but we don't. We originally would go get their cheeseburgers and fries. And then one day we just weren't like overly hungry. And I kind of have to be in the mood for a hamburger. And I'm not going to lie to you. Mimi's now is actually outdone Wings and Deli because Mimi's hamburgers or cheeseburgers literally taste like they just came off of somebody's grill, like no processed stuff. And a lot of times when we eat cheeseburgers in any place, it seems like there's more bun than meat. I'm a diabetic. I need the beef. I need the beef. I don't need the bun. I need the beef. Mimi's hamburgers. I was just telling my mom, you think Sonic and Wings and Deli makes a good burger? Oh my gosh. Todd and I have to introduce you to Mimi's burgers now. So I would much rather have that homemade burger than our normal fast food burgers. But anyway, what's that?
Make you almost eat your fingers.
Todd said it makes you almost eat your fingers. So it's that kind of good. But so yeah. Doris says, I love Burgerville and Panda Express. Ooh, wow. I haven't heard of a Panda Express in a while. The last time my job sent me to Las Vegas was the only time I've ever eaten at a Panda Express, and it was good. It was very, very good. I felt a little out of the loop because all the people in our group, they had been there and they knew what they wanted. They even knew the number it was on the menu. And there was little old East Coast girl me going, okay, I got to read the menu. Oh, they're saying hello, Mr. Joyful. Thank you, Laura. He's saying hello, hello, hello. Diane says, we had a place open nearby called Hot Mess Burgers. Oh, wow. She says, they are heavenly. You saying that reminds me, we have a restaurant here called Fuddruckers. Don't say that fast. Fuddruckers. And it's a big hamburger place. And it's been a long time. In fact, the last time we ate there, oh my gosh, the boys were young. Like, I think Jonathan was actually like maybe 5 or 6.
They were known for huge hamburgers.
Those hamburgers are huge. Like, yeah, bigger than your face. They're massive. But it's been a long time since we've eaten there. I ate there a lot with my parents when I was younger. But, oh, Pam says she loves Fuddruckers. Maybe we should do a meetup. Introduce us back to Fuddruckers and have a meetup. Wouldn't that be great?
Wow. Are they still around?
I think so. Don't we still have one?
I mean, I don't know. It's been decades since we've been there.
I think I still see a billboard for it on the interstate. Well, if not, Pam, Mr. Joyful saying that we need to go to Tennessee. We need to go to Tennessee anyway. It's now been 5 years. We used to go every Christmas. We would just go spend the weekend in Tennessee. And we haven't been. This Christmas will be 5 Christmases because we don't plan on going. But Mr. Joyful's saying road trip to Tennessee to go to a Fuddruckers. There we go.
Oh, they got one in Anderson, Greenville, Myrtle Beach, and Spartanburg.
Oh, so say that again. There's one in Anderson, Greenville, Myrtle Beach, and where?
Spartanburg.
Okay, Spartanburg. Greenville and Spartanburg are like sister cities. They're right beside each other. And Anderson is where we met up with Kim for our meetup with her.
That's
And
closest, I think.
Myrtle Beach is not too far from Conway. What?
I think Anderson would be the closest to us, wouldn't it?
Probably Anderson. No, Greenville, Spartanburg would be probably closer than Anderson.
Okay.
Anderson is just under 2 hours from us, and Greenville and Spartanburg is probably somewhere between an hour and 15, 20-ish minutes.
Tennessee only has one. Fuddruckers.
Tennessee only has one,
Cedarville.
and
Cedarville.
where we like going to vacation.
Pigeon Forge.
It's up there near, it's not Seaverville. That's how we pronounce it.
I
It's
know, Cedarville or whatever.
Severville or whatever, near Pigeon Forge.
I like the way I say it.
Yeah, if we move there, we got to learn how to say it.
They gotta learn my way.
They got to learn his way. Oh. Okay. Oh, Diane says they have them in Charlotte.
North Carolina.
Mm-hmm. We're not that far from Charlotte either. I know this because I used to travel
No, it's not.
every week to Mooresville, and I'd have to pass through Charlotte. So Diane, that's where you're from, is Charlotte? We're not that far from each other then.
Yeah, North Carolina's not even listed on their little website.
Oh, really?
No.
So maybe they're just not all on there. He says North Carolina's not even listed on there, Miss Diane.
This might be a franchise.
It just dawned on me too. I'm talking to Pam. Pam, I missed your live, didn't I? Not even sick. Can I shut up? Oh, well, I'm glad you're here. I'm sorry I missed your live. Talked right through it, didn't I? Margie says, I love hamburgers from In and Out. Now I like the name of that restaurant. That's my cup of tea when it comes to shopping and eating. In and Out. That's what I want to do. I want to go in and I want to get out. That's a really cool name. Pam says the one in Pigeon Forge is great. Well, I'm thinking that they just don't have them all listed on that website. They need to refresh their website. And Pam says there's one in Greenville. We ate at it when we were visiting. And that's not too far from us. Like I said, about an hour, 15-ish minutes. They have a great Michael's and Hobby Lobby too. I know. What? We do Michael's and Hobby Lobby, Mr. Joyful. Joy in the universe would just disappear if we didn't do Michael's and Hobby Lobby.
I'm developing a yarn allergy.
Well, that's going to be sad for you. He says he's developing a yarn allergy. So sad for you, Mr. Joyful. All right. And Dawn says that there's one in Myrtle Beach. And Doris says the kiddos were playing the rhyming game and played it on our dog Tucker's name. How do you even? Rucker. Tell him Rucker. Like Fuddruckers, hamburgers. Oh, Doris, out of the mouth of babes. Mr. Joyful's right. Trucker. All right. Hello there, Mr. Zach. Welcome in. Nugs and joy to you. He says, Cynthia, I said, oh, I'm sure. He says, I said Fuddruckers 5 times fast, and it sounded like I was swearing. I am sure. If you weren't, you were very close. Oh, thank you so much. She says it is I'm still not getting it. I always get it right after I hear Dolly pronounce it, because that's where Dolly's from, you know. Suverville. Suverville. Is that right? Suverville. 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 You see, Mr. Joyful likes going there because they have I started to say Hallmark. What's that candy you like? That big chocolate company. They have that big warehouse there.
I knew it is.
I don't fault you because my brain can't remember my name some days.
My brain keeps telling me it's Hallmark. I know that's a lie.
That's what I just said, Hallmark, but it's
I know it's lying to me.
I can see it with the yellow boxes. Y'all know what we're trying to say? Whew.
It's a little wholesale dealership or whatever. Werther's? Not Werther's.
No, not Werther's.
They make the sugar-free candy that little turtle that your mom likes.
Yeah. But they have the big yellow boxes. Except in that warehouse, when you buy them, they're not in the yellow boxes. They're in just big, solid white boxes. I can't believe he can't remember his favorite candy. Stouffer's, yes. No, not Stouffer's. Stouffer's is a... What'd you call it?
Russell Stover's.
Oh, Stover's. No, that's not it.
Not.
No.
Bunch of old people can't remember nothing.
Bunch of old people who can't remember nothing. Serverville. Thank you, Sunita. The Fuddruckers in Serverville is close to the Walmart. Oh, I know where the Walmart is. The one in Myrtle Beach is near where you were staying last time. Oh, interesting. Okay. You did, but it's okay, she said. I'm sorry. I really didn't think I was going to be on here that long because I really don't feel that great. I think it was actually in Matthews, North Carolina, outskirts of Charlotte. Got you. I know where Matthews is. Yes, y'all do. Y'all do, because, you know, Wanda's from North Carolina. But if you do, tell me and I'll drive. I will. What is that when you interrupt a party? I will crash your party. She is Diane. She is from North Carolina. But it is not my place to say where. It's up to her if she wants to do that. All right. Pam says Pigeon Forge, Severville. Did I say that right? Serverville. Same to me. Yes, yes. The only thing is to me, Pigeon Forge is a little bit more touristy. Not that Serverville is not, but it's definitely got more of the tourist attraction. Diane says they just opened In and Out here. Oh, well, we'll have to go try that out. We'll have to go try that out, Mr. Joyful.
What's that?
They opened up an In and Out there in Charlotte. And Wanda's letting her know she lives in Greensboro and her boys are in Concord. Poor Cynthia, feeling sick and talking about burgers and food. Yes. I do hope that I can at least eat something because I've had, like I said, no insulin today. Because yeah, this all started last night. So that scale better be kinder to me in the morning than it has been. Which, by the way, you guys, I do have some good news. As many of you know, with the congestive heart failure that I've been experiencing, I put on a lot of fluid and fluid weight and got to the biggest I've ever been. But since last week, when I went to the endocrinologist on Friday, so tomorrow will be 7 days. But when I got on this morning, and I've watched it gradually going down all week, it didn't just all happen in this morning's way, which my doctor told me, don't do it every day. You'll get discouraged. Well, this week I haven't. I don't know if it's the diuretics because they, to me, haven't been helping and I've been on them 6 weeks now. It may be the Manjaro, but as of this morning, I am 8 pounds down now. I'll be curious to see what tomorrow brings because the day has been rough and I've been getting rid of all kinds of fluid and we're just going to leave it at that because that was gross enough. But anyway, I appreciate your prayers for that. I still want to know what that candy is. It bothers me when I can't think of something. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? The ones that come in those yellow, hard, square, rectangle boxes. Oh, they have a big warehouse there. Mr. Joyful loves going there. Are you Googling it?
No.
Oh, he's not Googling it. I'm going to Google it. Chocolate candy brand. Whitman's chocolate. That's what it is, Whitman's. I'm going to put it in the chat. Wow. Thank goodness I don't have to wear my brain out trying to think of that now. All right. Concord, a stone's throw away from me, Miss Wanda. Oh, nice. Nice. And Wanda says, where is the in and out, Diana? All right. Severe. I don't know, Pam. I'm going to give up. Oh, she says, like suspect. Savive. We'll try this again another day. Thank you for your help. Sever. In Mint Hill, outskirts of city limits of Charlotte. Cool. That's what I was thinking, Wanda. I mean, that's what he was thinking, but I knew that wasn't right. Zach says Fero Rocher. I miss what that is. And Dora says, sorry. I know. It is what it is. In fact, just because I like to find the humor in everything. Look, it is what it is. This too shall pass. It shall pass. All right. Pam says, Wanda's got you, Russell Stouffer. Yeah, it wasn't. It was Whitman's. I will have to check that out. I love In and Out, says Wanda. Oh, look at you. So she's heard of that, Margie. Pam says, whatever. Stouffer, whatever. I know, right? When I think of Stouffer's, I think of like the Marie Callender Stouffer meals or whatever. Lasagna, mac and cheese. Ugh, more food. They say the lines of cars are all down the street to get to the In-N-Out. I wouldn't be surprised. It sounds like it's a really great burger place. Oh, interesting, says Suzanne. Whitman's, which was bought by Russell Stover. Huh. Nice to know. Yes, Suzanne, Whitman's has the yellow boxes. Thank you. I should have just read the chat. Diane says, oh, you should go get rest and feel better. I really am. I really am. I guess I'm not going to go lay down and listen to Pam because Pam is over. But what I will do, Pam, is I will lay down and listen to your replay live, the replay of your live. All right. Okay. Haha, Pam, I agree. Yum. Right. Mr. Joyful would agree with y'all. Chocolate is very, very yummy. He definitely loves his chocolate. And I thought,
chocolate's always the answer.
Right. So if y'all put chocolate in the chat, Miss Nightbot will say something. I thought I had a chocolate emoji, but I guess I don't. Yeah, I thought I had one. Oh, well. Huh. I must have accidentally taken it out. But if I scoot boot over to movie night, I can guarantee you it's over there. Well, Jiminy Crickets, I don't see it over there either. Oh, there it is. Chocolate. There you go. All right, I am going to finish up our chat and I'm going to head on out, you guys. Back over here. All right. Oh, she said someone said Whitman's. I apologize for that. Whoever it was, I missed it. Hello, Miss Janet. Welcome in. She says she is heading to Charlotte tomorrow. Well, go check out that In-N-Out. Okay, y'all are trying so hard to help me. Severville, as far as I know, Donnie and Joy of Smoky Mountain, blessed. They do, Suzanne. They do live there. Severville. That sounds right. Sever. That's right. That is it. Because I remember when Dolly said it. Now I finally got it. I thought, how weird. I like Severville better than Severville. That is, you are correct, Suzanne. That is how it's said. Severville. We got to learn that before we. That's our dream place to retire. Anyway, that's usually where we would go vacation at Christmas time until I had my spine surgery. All right. Let me see. You can order your burger protein style from them. There is no bun wrapped in lettuce. Love that. That's how Hardee's used to make them. I remember that. My boys were young and we had a Hardee's just around the corner. And as a single mom, I'd load them up and we'd go get a burger from Hardee's and I would get theirs. They called it the no carb burger or something like that. I can't remember. Y'all may know what I'm talking about. So, all right. And by the way, Miss Janet, be safe out there on the road as you head over to Charlotte. Got a little thing for you. Stay safe out there on the road. Diane says, they are very good, Miss Wanda. If you like burgers, that's the place to go. She says, I bet your sons know where it is. Wanda says, we'll definitely have to check that out the next time I am in that area. Tiffany says, I personally do not like In-N-Out, but anytime I pass by there, there is always a long line. Love it. Miss Dora says, take care and have a good rest. Thank you, guys. Don says, does he like salted chocolate? Do you like salted chocolate?
I do.
He says he does. Thumbs up. All right. Wanda says, I'm surprised that they built on the East Coast. They've always said that if they couldn't deliver fresh items, they wouldn't build. Interesting. Diane says, chocolate should have been my middle name. You and Mr. Joyful both. Tiffany says, and if you don't know about the secret fries menu, I've heard very positive reviews about their animal style fries. Well, that sounds like a cool adventure. Diane says, feel better, Miss Cynthia. Thank you so much. Rest and eat a tiny bit if you can. I'm going to try. We were just trying to have that discussion in that brief moment that I had between the watch party tonight and coming on here, something bland. So, all right. Pam says, go listen to the voice message in Messenger, LOL. Okay, I will. I will check it out. So excited about our little thing. Janet says, I'll send you pics of the event. Love it. Yes, yes. I can put it on Playground Video, Chasing Your Joy. We'd love that. Would love to share that. And make sure I can share it. Let me know if I can share it or if it's just for me to observe. Wanda said, yes, the lines are very long, but they are fast. Makes me think of Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A here, the lines are always long, but the service is fast. The service is top notch. And that's one thing that Jonathan Andrew has said about him working at Burger King right now, that he took from his time and experience with Chick-fil-A, their little phrase, my pleasure. So every time he's talking to a customer, he'll say something like, oh, my pleasure, to go get them an extra straw or more napkins or whatever their order is or whatever. And his manager, who is a negative Karen, she has fallen in love with him and his positiveness. So he's hoping that he will make a difference and will rub off a little bit, especially since she's the manager, because she tends to find fault with everybody. And isn't exactly quick to jump in and help. She's one of those managers that tell you what to do, but don't show you what to do. And so anyway, hoping that will continue to be a positive experience and it will, just, I can't think of the word I want, but go through the whole team as a whole. So anyway, all right. She says, yes, okay to share. Well, I would love it. We'll do it on the playground one of you chasing your fun. So we are at the bottom of the chat, my friends. So we are going to head on out. We ended up having a normal night. Thank you for that. Thank you for the grace, as always, that you give me. We didn't freeze. Elsa stayed away tonight, so that's a win-win. All right, before we head out, I do want you guys to know how much I love you. So I do want to send you out with a great big old hug from us here in the Joyful House. Have a great rest of your evening. Have a great Friday tomorrow. Have an amazing weekend. And you guys, don't be afraid to let your joy tanks overflow. There is always joy to be found, even in the middle of your storms. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I had another wonderful, fabulous tea party with you. Cannot wait till we come back together. Again, remember, it'll be November the 13th before our next tea party. I hope that the week that you're giving me next week to work on Stranger Things, and then my week, the next week, will definitely prevail, and I will be able to show you a final Stranger Things blanket. All right. Take care. Happy Halloween once again to everyone. I forget where I had that for you. I had it somewhere. There it is. Happy Halloween, everyone, next week. Be safe, have fun, and if you are not participating in anything, then snuggle down and have a great Friday evening. All right. Can't wait to share with y'all on the playground that following week. Mom's return home. We are very excited about Todd's mom coming home next Friday. But if you're not busy tomorrow night, we would love to see you over here for movie night. All right. I love you guys. Have a good night, and we'll see you next time. I'm working on it. I'm working. Bear with me. Okay. Be joyful. Stay crafty in your own way. Make your own joyful creations. Be the joy in everything you do. Chase your fun. And remember always to hug yourself daily. I love you. Nugs and joy. Bye.